Hello and welcome to Rising Borno, where we keep you up to speed with happenings and developments in Borno State under the leadership of Professor Babagana Zulum's administration. My name is Dorcas Yakubuzala. Let's begin. The governor of Borno State, Babagana Zulum, has called on neighboring countries to strengthen cross-border security cooperation to tackle insurgency in the region. He also urged regional governments to promote good governance, create job opportunities for young people, and strengthen institutions to drive economic growth and development. The governor spoke during a two-day high-level retreat for Nigerian ambassadors and diplomatic representatives from Sahel and Lake Chad Basin countries held in Maiduguri. The two-day retreat brought together Nigerian ambassadors and diplomats from neighboring countries to Maiduguri to discuss challenges affecting the Lake Chad and Sahel regions. The meeting focused on strategies to address security threats, tackle humanitarian crisis, stimulate economic growth, and explore opportunities through diplomatic ties and promote regional prosperity. The governor of Borno State, Babagana Zulum, said sustainable peace cannot be achieved through military action alone. He said military efforts must be complemented by good governance, justice, restoration of human dignity, economic empowerment, education, and social inclusion.
Security must be complemented by good governance, justice, education, economic empowerment, social inclusion, and the restoration of dignity and hope to the affected populations. Your Excellencies, our shared challenges require renewed commitment to regional cooperation. In view of that, I urge this distinguished gathering of diplomatic leaders to deliberate on four priority pillars. 1. Strengthening cross-border security partnerships. While our armed forces continue their brave operations, we must enhance intelligence sharing, community-based border management, and joint stabilization initiatives alongside the multinational joint task force initiative. Revitalizing regional trade corridors. We must reopen and formalize historic trade routes. Borno State is actively developing inland dry ports and logistic hubs to facilitate seamless trade between Nigeria, Chad, Niger, and Cameroon, unlocking regional commercial potentials. Climate resilience and resource management. We must advocate vigorously for international support and regional cooperation to restore the Lake Chad ecosystem, expand solar power irrigation infrastructure, and secure sustainable livelihoods for our agrarian communities.
Meanwhile, Nigeria's Minister of State for Foreign Affairs said the region needs about $50 billion to recharge the Lake Chad Basin. He said the funding will support humanitarian response, regional security, agriculture, human capital development, and efforts to tackle the effects of climate change.
Agriculture, trade, transport connectivity, energy, education, climate change, water resource management, humanitarian response, among others, including human capital development. In this context, we believe that recharging the waters of Lake Chad is critical to the security, environment, and the livelihood of our people, as recently underscored by the 5th Lake Chad Governors Forum. We must therefore move beyond mere debates over visibility studies, environmental impact assessment, to take concrete steps to raise over $50 billion that will require to actualize this strategically important regional project. Along the same line, we must redouble our commitment to the multinational joint task force as we seek to intensify and deepen our joint resolve to address regional security challenges. Over the course of the next 2 days, we expect to engage in very frank and constructive dialogue on these critical issues affecting our region. While security cooperation remains indispensable, experience has shown that enduring peace is ultimately sustained through dialogue, through mutual trust, through economic prosperity, and respect for shared interest. History has shown that countries that trade together do not fight one another. Historically, that's what we found in Europe and other parts of the world. So as we deepen commercial ties, we deepen trade, we restore those links, we will not be able to see ourselves and start shooting at one another. That is our ultimate objective.
It is expected that at the end of the two-day retreat, participating governments will translate the resolutions and recommendations reached into concrete actions. Borno State Governor Babagana Zulum has reiterated his administration's commitment to human capital development, saying excellence must be rewarded while young people are equipped for leadership and development roles. The governor stated this in Maiduguri during a homecoming ceremony for 294 Borno indigents who benefited from the state's foreign scholarship programs. Zulum said the state government has invested 15.2 billion naira in scholarship programs since 2023, with more than 8.6 billion naira committed to overseas studies. For these Borno indigents, the journey from classrooms at home to institutions abroad represents more than academic opportunity. The state government says the foreign scholarship program is part of its broader investment in human capital aimed at developing skilled professionals who can contribute to the state's recovery and development. Governor Babagana Zulum announced the approval of 2.6 billion naira to meet the 2026 foreign scholarship needs of 158 students studying in China, Malaysia, India, and Egypt. He said the investment demonstrates the government's commitment to tackling poverty and addressing the factors that have contributed to conflict in the state. He urged the beneficiaries to remain focused on their studies and return home equipped with the knowledge and skills needed to contribute to Borno's development.
Inshallah, the sum of 2,646,321,228 shall be this very soon, making a total of about 15 billion naira that will be spent, that has been spent on these children. As a professor, one of our most fundamental commitments is to ensure that the next generation is armed with first-class knowledge to match the infrastructural transformation we are undertaking across the state. It is for this reason that I've insisted from the outset that our scholarship program remains strictly merit-based. I'm proud to say that this principle has borne fruit in the exceptional academic performance and the beneficiaries have consistently displayed throughout their studies abroad. We must also invest in those who will train the next generation and therefore directed the scholarship board to open applications for 220 lecturers of the University of Maiduguri to apply for postgraduate scholarships, PhD only. And local, so that our own universities may be strengthened from within, so that the knowledge gained abroad may be brought home to natural generations here and born.
The Commissioner for Education, Lawan Wakilbe, says the scholarship package covers tuition, accommodation, feeding, monthly allowances, airfares, and travel documentation. He added that the beneficiaries are expected to strengthen the state's workforce, particularly in critical sectors such as healthcare and infrastructure.
This investment has been for tuition, accommodation, monthly stipends, airfare, travel documents, and other related academic expenses. Many may ask, why is this investment and what is the outcome? Your Excellency, permit me to share a few highlights. We start with the postgraduate scholarships in India and Malaysia. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the guiding principles of our selection of every beneficiary here seated today is purely on merit. Governor Zulum has always insisted on merit.
Your decision to invest in us shows that you believe in the youth of Borno State. We are equally grateful to the Ministry of Education and Scholarship Board for their hard work in making this possible. I want to assure His Excellency that this support is not in vain. We understand the weight of this responsibility We will take this golden opportunity, study hard, and graduate with the skills needed to rebuild our communities. Today, we are scholars. Tomorrow, we will be leaders. We promise to make you proud.
On behalf of all the beneficiaries, we say thank you, Your Excellency, sir. Thank you for believing in the capacity of young people and supporting our academic and professional development. You have given us a platform to become better professionals and future contributors to the development of our dear state. Your Excellency, sir, as we continue our academic and professional journeys, we assure you that we will strive to put the knowledge, skills, and experience we have acquired to meaningful use. We will do our best to justify the confidence and resources invested in us and contribute to the development of the Borno State and the nation at large.
We extend our deepest gratitude to His Excellency for his final presence here today. Your decision is personally witnessed. Your decision to personally witness this graduation of some of us speaks volumes about your commitment to education and to the future of our nation. Sir, your presence here has not only honored us, but has also inspired us to aim higher and serve better. The scholarship opportunity is life-changing by investing in our education abroad. You have opened doors to world-class knowledge, global exposure, and skills that will bring back to contribute to the development of our dear state and country in large. To study in Malaysia is to learn from a nation renowned to academic excellence, innovation, and cultural hospitality. And to have that chance made possible by your vision and generosity is a blessing we will never take for granted.
For the beneficiaries, the scholarships offer an opportunity to acquire specialized knowledge and skills while preparing them to play a role in rebuilding their home state. With continued investment in education and human capital, the Borno State government says it hopes to develop a skilled workforce capable of driving sustainable development and shaping the future of the state. Borno State Governor Babagana Umar Zulum has disclosed that the federal government and Borno State government are working closely to ensure the safe rescue of school children abducted from Musa community in Askira Uba local government area. The governor, at a meeting with parents of the abducted children at the government house in Maiduguri, expressed sympathy and assured them that the Tinubu-led government is committed to ensuring the children are safely returned to their families. The children, who have spent more than 100 days in captivity, were abducted in May from Musa Primary and Junior Secondary School in Musa Village, Askira Uba local government area.
It was very sad. On behalf of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, on behalf of the government and people of Borno State, I want to sympathize with you. I want to appeal to you also to be calm and law-abiding, to be patient enough. As Christians and Muslims, it has been stated clearly in the Holy Quran as well as in the Holy Bible that calamity will never befall on anybody except by the will of Almighty Allah. I want to assure you that the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has since given directives to the Nigerian security agencies with a view to ensuring the release of your own children. I had a series of meetings with the National Security Advisor, with the Director of SS, Director General, Nigerian Security Services, the Joe Army Staff, the Theater Commander, and all other security agencies in Nigeria, including the Inspector General of Police, on how possible best they should work out with a view to ensuring the release of the Musa delayed children. And I believe they are working around the clock in ensuring their release.
Mu ne iyayen yara waɗanda aka ɗiba a Musa a jihar Askira Uba local government muna Borno State. Sa yau kwana ɗari kenan yaran nan suna waje. Shi yasa mu ringa yin hakuri na tsawon lokaci akan za su dawo a ringa ba mu hakuri har iyayen yara hakurinmu ya zo ya kasa. Muka nemi umarni cewa mu zo mu gan gwamna mu yi kuka a gabansa a yi kokari a ceto mana ‘ya'yan nan. ‘Ya'yan nan akwai mai shekara 1.5, akwai mai shekara 2, akwai mai shekara 3, yawancinsu kasa da shekara 7 nesa aka ibe su.
The governor of Borno State has announced the launch of a new €61 million United Nations Peace Building Fund program aimed at consolidating peace and supporting recovery efforts in the state over the next 2 years. Governor Zulum said this while briefing journalists after the 4th UN Offer Board and Peace Building Fund Steering Committee meeting at the Government House, Maiduguri. He said the meeting was convened to formally close the first phase of the program, which received a lot of support from the government of Germany, Switzerland, the United Kingdom, and other development partners over the last 2 years. According to the governor, the funds were deployed for peace-building activities across the state, adding that the successful implementation of the previous phase informed the decision to commence a new and expanded intervention. Governor Zulum said Germany had already contributed about €10 million to the new basket fund and expressed optimism that the United Kingdom, Switzerland, and other partners would make additional contributions.
2 years ago, sum of about €10 million was donated to the government of Borno State by German government. In addition to this, we received some funding from the government of Swiss, UK and others on peace building. And then the funding has been spent well, and then the board has been convened here to close the project. And then another demand of about new phase for the UN offer has also been launched, amounting to about €61 million that should be spent within the next 2 years. I'm glad to announce, as you have heard, that the government of Germany has contributed about €10 million to the basket fund. And we believe very soon other government will also donate to the basket fund, like UK, Switzerland, and others. Borno State government will also commit to the government basket fund.
Meanwhile, UN Resident and Humanitarian Coordinator Muhammad Malik Fall says all hands are on deck to address the challenges of the state and the region in a coordinated manner.
We had a very successful meeting on the implementation of the Borno law model. Germany will commit another €10 million to this endeavor for the next 2 years, and we hope to, under the leadership of the governor and the government of Nigeria, this will be a big success and bring peace and prosperity to Borno State.
How, when we want to address the problem on a longer term, we need to unite. We have the Federal Minister of Budget and Planning, we have the governor, we have our donor, we have the UN family. All hands are on deck to address the situation in a coordinated fashion. The second way is that also we cannot be successful unless we have the leadership and the vision we want. And this has been demonstrated by the Honorable Minister of Budget and Planning. It has been demonstrated almost on a day-to-day basis by His Excellency, the Governor of Borno.
And that's a wrap on this week's edition of Rising Borno. See you again next time. I'm Dorcas Yakubuzala.